how much would that even the playing field? And I think it would be a great thing for inner city kids to have a chance maybe to get out.
Yes, but you see, that's why they won't do it, because now you're giving kids a real chance. You understand? Now kids, and if the parents aren't going to take it, then you know what? There are guidance counselors. Put that voucher in the guidance counselor's hands, or elect somebody to do it for these children to get them in the right place. It can be done without spending an extra nickel.
There are many places where they can get an advocate to help them with choice and to
right. If their parents can't do it, or there's a problem in the family where the family is a little broken, and the kid doesn't know how to do it. There's got to be somebody there to do it for them, and it can be done again without spending another nickel, ladies and gentlemen. All the money that's given to the Board of Education, or the education system rather, in this country, it's in the billions.
And the public teacher unions are so goddamn strong. And they got their people working the halls of Congress every day, every single day, Jay, with their agenda, which is, to me, do we want to educate our kids? Do we want to do the best for our kids? How can the voucher system not be the best for our kids? Not being able to, not giving them the chance, offering them the opportunity, to attend a school like the special arts schools or a vocational school or whatever the case might be. How can we not do that for the kids, man? How can
because they won't let it out. People don't know enough about it, Ernie. That's the problem. The word's not getting out. And I blame these charter schools and the people that support the charter schools for not getting the word out more, for not, showing things like this. A little assignment that you did. Look at what you've gained just by that small little assignment you gave them. Look what you've learned.
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing, yeah. I have learned.
And there's the proof. Here, this is what we've done. Look at what we have. These are the minds you need to foster. These are the kids you need to help. Not that kids that aren't getting the help don't need it. They do too. And in this system, they would get that help. And they could be children like this too. Children we can be proud of. Children that know their history. Instead of being told that this country is, is compared to ISIS, or we're the worst on the planet, or we got to be like everybody else. We're not like everybody else. We're not like every other country. We are different because we care. Because we're free. Never forget that, ladies and gentlemen. We are still a free country. And free doesn't mean that you have politicians telling you what to do and what to say all the damn time. I'm sorry, Ernie. There I go again.
Oh, you're right. It's America is the nation she is and became because of the character of the people that came before us. They were strong believers in freedom and hope and responsibility and dedication and hard work, man. That's what we're all about here in this country. And, I'm pumping these kids up every single day. I'm going to make sure by the time they graduate, they ain't even going to be able to fit out to that door because their chest is going to be pumped up bigger than Superman's. You know what I'm saying?
If I were you, I'd do a little more with this and get the school, let the school know what's going on here. Have you brought this to the attention of the principal or the powers that be?
Yes, I have.
Have they been reading this stuff?
They're aware of it, and we're working on some stuff, Jay. So
good.
I'll have more about that a little bit later. But and like one kid said in another essay I'd read on just to say, he says, America's people are the industrious, free, kind people that they are because liberty isn't only printed on our coins; it's engraved on our hearts.
Oh man, see that? Wow, that right? Makes me smile. That makes me smile.
Kidding me? Oh man, loving that stuff.
I could just imagine you sitting there reading this stuff. It's different hearing you read it, but when you read it for the first time, and tell the truth. What did you expect when you gave them? Tell the truth. What did you expect when you gave them this assignment?
Kind of more of a left-leaning kind of a spouse was by these kids. Talking about how. The government should give us this, and we're entitled to that, and going against what Kennedy said. It's more like instead of ask not what your country can do for you, it's like, what can your country do for you? That's kind of the mantra I thought I would hear. And I really thought I would hear a lot more, stuff more left-leaning, if you will, kind of that side of the equation. But, it's kind of either right down the middle or to the right. These kids are very surprisingly, conservative. And I owe it all, Jay, to, a big part of it is we had a curriculum night and the parents came in. And, we had like a 98%. We didn't have to raffle stuff off like we used to have to do it in the public school I worked to. People showed up and even if the husband and wife weren't together anymore, they showed up for the benefit of their child.
Wow.
Support their child. And just to hear their response to what we're doing. And so I know why these kids are where they are. And I have a lot more understanding now why they write the way they do and they feel the way they do. Because, these parents are really, leading them down the right path, if you will. You know what I mean?
That has a lot to do with it. It really does.
Balance whatever bullshit they might have heard in their school system, K through 8. The parents, it's definitely the message of these parents is getting through to these kids. And like I said, it's something that I think is, it's tremendous to see, whether it's a parent or a caregiver. I don't care if you're not with your parents. You have a caregiver, that's seeing you through life or helping you out. It's just some tremendous stories out there, Jay. It's not all doom and gloom. It's not lost. Things are not lost, man. And I just from the people I've met, man, I really have high hopes for the future, man. I'm not worried about the next generation coming up and what's going to happen, because I know with kids like these kids who are going to become leaders of our country, that we're in good hands.
Excellent. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing else to say. But these parents, I will say this much. It's the family unit is so important. But you know what? It's great to have a mom and dad. If that's the ultimate, if you can, a child can grow up in that situation, that's fine. But there are single parent homes here where families thrive. They thrive, and the kids are doing well because that parent is the one that's driving the rest of it, and that particular person's doing the work of two parents. So it can be done.
It can be, and a great example of that. It's Dr. Ben Carson. Who's been, people want to do some research on this gentleman and his upbringing and what he had to go through. But his mother was strong.
Yep.
Single mother, she was strong, and she raised them, in the ways to be from which they never got away from. You know what I mean? Tremendous story. Again, about talking about lifting yourself up by your bootstraps, like you were talking about earlier. This mother, oh man, she was tremendous.
And look what she produced.
Absolutely.
A man who's fair, smart, intelligent, and can go on and do great things, I think. But we will see.
Absolutely. So it can be done, but so it's. I encourage everybody to listen to Sands and Abbott, a conversation tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to hear, we've got a few more diamonds that I received from these kids and that I'm going to be reading tomorrow, sharing with everybody. So,
BEG, Brown-Eyed Girl, why don't you give us a call, 321-348-9665. She's saying her child just started a charter school. I'd love to hear what if the child was in a...
She's lucky. Man, there's so few, Jay, and there's such a demand. It's by lottery that.
I know,
and
that's that's what kills me. It's like you can't get into these schools yet. The fact that they exist and how they work and what they can do doesn't get out. I don't understand that. I don't get it. So Brown-Eyed Girl, why don't you give us I got a couple of questions for you. Maybe you can walk us through it a little bit. 321-348-9665. It's 321-348. What, Ernie?
Well, you know what I learned, Jay? What a lot of families are doing.
No,
that don't get into these-
9665 was the answer on that one.
9665. Yes, indeed. 321-348-9665.
Hello, Bob Steele. Thank you, buddy. Nice of him. There, always at the end of the show, he pops in to say hi. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead, Ernie.
I was just going to say, you know, what I'm finding out is a lot of folks that don't get into these charter schools through the lotteries. You know, they're not fortunate enough to have their child's number drawn. There are like 4 million families now homeschooling, Jay.
Across the country or in your state?
Across the country.
Oh, okay.
And expanding rapidly. So there are people that they don't agree with what's going on in their public schools in their locale, and so they're either homeschooling or trying to get into a charter school. But I agree with you, man. It needs to be every kid that wants to attend one should be able to. I think, my opinion.
I agree.
Public schools are going to take a big hit because of that, but so be it.
Hey, you know what?
So be it.
They want to do what they want to do. Let them. Now they can run and do whatever they want, however they want. And if parents want to leave their children there, that's another thing. Now you got a choice. So it's one or the other.
I think it's going to raise the bar for the public schools. At least I'm hoping. I'm being optimistic.
No, I don't think so.
These charter schools are running, and what they're doing, and what they're able to accomplish on minimal funding, it's tremendous. And I'm just hoping. I'm hoping, Jay. I'm hoping. You gotta have hope.
Look, if it could help, I think it would help the public school system, but I think it would have to crash first before it could be rebuilt. It would have to be a phoenix out of the fire kind of thing for the public schools to actually work in this way.
In many places in our country.
Yeah, it has, but people don't realize it, and they won't admit it. And if you can't admit it, then it's going to run and continue to go like it's been for the last 40 years.
And people don't realize the power they have in their community, and they don't exercise that power. If everybody in the town showed up to the school committee meetings in mass,
forget it.
Things
would change.
Things would get done, and things would move, and that ball would move, as you like to say, in a hurry.
Yeah, in a hurry. Well, my friend, I want to thank you for calling. We're just about to the end of the show here. I'm going to play the last song of the night, which is I've changed. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but
wait, let me remove my hat.
Remove your hat and stand up at attention, everybody. Because here comes the Star Spangled. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Is this BEG?
Hello.
Well, you've reached the Night Talk show. This is a recording. Please leave your message at the tone. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge to sell you. Where are you? What's up, honey?
Very funny.
Who is this, brown-eyed girl?
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, nice to hear you. How you doing? I got to say, what a great new listener over here for the last few weeks, man. It's great seeing you in the chat room, not only on my show, my music show. I enjoy seeing you in there, and I know Jay does here over here on Night Talk, and Rick does as well, and Pumpkin, and good stuff, my lady.
She's there all the time. How are you? And what's going on with you first before we get into the questions?
Nothing much.
Nothing.
Just, doing the mommy thing.
All right. Well, now that you brought it up, let's get into it.
Hey,
first of all,
before you get into it, Jay, 1 second here.
Yeah, go ahead. Now, do me a favor, Ernie. In the future, just wave your hand or something, please, or kick me under the table.
I've had my hand up for the last 30 seconds.
Well, that's because I was talking and I didn't want to recognize you.
But we're thinking about recording a song together, doing a little sing-song. So we're trying to come up with a track that we both like that we can get involved with. But more on that later.
You and BEG are going to do a song together?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm impressed.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting.
It certainly would be. So first of all, do you mind telling everybody what state you live in?
Texas.
Okay, so you're from Texas. Now, your child, we won't use any names because we don't like to do that here, but your child went to a public school at any point? Okay. For how long?
ever since he was in pre-K.
Okay, so from pre-K to where he is now. And how did you find